Yo, what's up everyone? Zenny here. I am giving out my wish list of series that I want to see as an action figure line one day. And the reason why I wanted to make this list is because I am a pretty big figure collector. It's something that I've always been into since I was a kid. I just love buying these figures, like from the amount of accessories they have, the amount of posability you can do, and it's just something I've always been passionate about doing, and hopefully I'll make my own action figures one day as well, and probably make a video about it. But that's not the point of this video. There are so many series, more specifically from anime and manga, that I would love to see as a toy line. And so the figures or the toy lines that I'm mostly gonna refer to is S.H.Figuarts and Figma. So I have like a handful of series that I want. I wasn't sure how I was gonna approach this list because I've been struggling. Maybe I just start off with characters and then build something off of that. So yeah, you guys get the concept. So I'm not gonna waste too much time. I'm gonna start with one atop my head right now, which is Black Lagoon, or Reverie more specifically. Now, if they make a S.H.Figuarts or Figma Reverie, Bandai or Max Factory, any one of them, I think it'll be a dope ass figure. But I'm leaning towards more of Max Factory making a Figma Reverie, because I feel like, opposed to S.H.Figuarts, I feel like Max Factory is a bit more, how can I put it, a bit more experienced with making female action figures, in opposed to, again, S.H.Figuarts. Not to say that this is something that they have gotten better over the last few years. S.H.Figuarts Nobara recently came out last year, and that's a pretty solid looking figure, and hopefully I get that one day and do a review on it on the channel. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Make sure you hit the bell button and subscribe to my channel, by the way. So yeah, the reason why I think Reverie would be a dope figure to have, it's like, my reasons are very simple. Because one, she's just a badass looking character, and easily one of the most badass characters in anime and manga. And I think her design has that type of material to be an action figure. Like it's crazy to me how there has not been an articulated Reverie figure, if you don't count that Reveltech one that was made like a couple years back. I wouldn't say a couple, but like years ago, that looks severely outdated, mind you. And I think it's about time that either Bandai or Max Factory makes a very good, solid Reverie figure. And if Reverie does well, then they can make other characters too, like maybe like a Roberta or a Baleka, possibly Dutch, Benny, and Rock. I mean, I doubt it that those are gonna happen, but if they only make Reverie and Roberta, I'll be okay with that. But if they make the other characters, if the line goes exceptionally well, then I'm all for it. So yeah, that's basically about it about Black Lagoon. Now, another anime manga series I would love to see as a toy line, this is most likely going to be like a 2.0 series of these, since they already exist as figure form, but Code Geass. I think Code Geass will be a dope toy line to have. I know there was like that Lelouch and Suzaku Figmas that was made like some years ago, and those are mad expensive, obviously. And there was also that Lelouch, you know, the one that he's dressed up as Zero, that was in the Figuarts line some years ago, that's also expensive. So I'm mostly gonna lean towards more Figma again, because they are, like, if you want my opinion, I think they are much better with making slim figures. And Code Geass has like a really slick and slim design with the characters, and I feel like that's something that Bandai can't really emulate, in my opinion. I feel like Figma would do a much better job of capturing their designs from that show than opposed to what Bandai Tamashii Nations are doing. But I could be wrong. I mean, that's just my opinion. And if they do end up picking up design again, hopefully they expand on just not Lelouch and Suzaku. Hopefully they can make a C2 or a Colin or some of the villains as well. I mean, and I mean everyone in the show, it's, you know, kind of not really a villain or hero, but that's aside the point. So if they make like the antagonists, like other antagonists as well, like Snizel or like their father or whatever, I think the line will be, I think it'll be a pretty solid line by Figma. And I really want them to make a Colin Kosuke. Like, come on, Max Factory, come on. There's no excuse for not to make any Figma of Colin Kosuke, especially in her suit, you know, piloting her nightmare. Like, make that happen too, ASAP. But take your time, obviously. We don't want a mediocre product. So, yeah, Kogias. It's one of those lines or one of those anime series that I feel like they don't got that many posable figures, and I feel like we should have more of those. So another one I really want as a toy line is Helzen. Now, I don't know how this is exactly gonna work. I think Bandai would do a pretty decent job. I would say Mayfax, but nah, not really. Because I'm bringing up Mayfax because they do a pretty good job of making, like, you know, like those, what's those called? Like those bandy wire clothing. I think that would work. I think that worked perfectly for Alucard. I know Figma has recently gotten into the habit of making some figures wearing like the cloaks and stuff like that. So maybe Figma would do a good job. I can see Bandai actually doing a good job with doing Alucard as well. And if Alucard does well, then hopefully they can make my girl Service Victoria. And that because she never really got a figure either, if you don't count that garage figure that was made like many years ago. But obviously I don't have the patience to build any of those type of figures, let alone have the money for it. So there's that. So Bandai or Max Factory, either one of them will do great as an Helzen line. So let me see what else I can come up with. I'm pretty sure this line is gonna get one anyway, considering the fact that the anime is like months away from now, or like a couple months away, and the manga is already popular. So I'm positive that somewhere around like later this year, if not later this year, then probably somewhere around like early next year or the middle of next year. But it's Chainsaw Man. Now I feel like Chainsaw Man would do great as a toy line. Not only that, but Denji, if you read the manga, of course, you know that he has chainsaw for arms, and people were willing to spend money on that figure. Even people who haven't seen the series or read the series will most likely be gonna buy the figure by the character design alone. It's only natural for them to do this. And considering the fact that they already made an android of Denji and Power, I'm positive that we're gonna get a Figma. Like, it's only a matter of time. And if not, then I think Bandai would do a pretty decent job as well. They might make it more slightly affordable compared to Max Factory, because I feel like Figma nowadays are getting way too expensive for my taste. And I understand that their quality of the figures, as time goes by, you know, they using more advanced stuff to make the characters look more anime accurate or more detailed. So I feel like the price is worth it, but at the same time, I'm kind of broke. I don't get money like that, and I don't even have a job. So yeah, I rarely get that type of money to buy anything from Max Factory these days. But if they do, if Max Factory does make a Chainsaw Man line, I'm all for it. And if, of course, they're gonna make Power. I mean, again, they made the Nandroid of her too. So if they make those two, and if those two does well as a Figma, then hopefully we can get Makima, possibly like Quancy or Rize, or maybe some of the side characters as well. I think will be pretty dope as an addition to the line. And maybe someone like Kobani will get one as well. And if they really want to go crazy, they can probably make that car for her as well. Like the possibility is endless with this line. So yeah, let me see what else I can think of that needs a Figma. Oh, Ritsuku from Fate Stay Night, or Fate Zero rather. This has been long overdue. I'm pretty sure at some point, I don't know when, because I don't work for Max Factory. At some point, they're gonna have to make a Figma Kiritsugu. I mean, come on. Like, I am a huge Fate Zero fan. You see the wall scroll. You see my man Kiritsugu in Saber, which already had a Figma. So, or I wouldn't say already had a Figma, but more like a 2.0 version of a Kiritsugu figure is what I'm trying to say. Jesus, I cannot talk. I'm apologize. But either way, if they do make a Figma 2.0 Kiritsugu, that would be pretty dope, because like he needs one. He's easily one of the most badass characters in all of anime. Like, I really hope they do make a 2.0 version. I mean, consider the fact that Ryder already got a 2.0 recently. I'm pretty sure they're gonna work on it. And if that does well, I mean, if it don't do well, I wouldn't say, I mean, it's gonna do well. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. But if they make him, they have to make a 2.0 Iris Field to go along with Saber. And not only that, but they should also make Saber with her suit and tie. I think that would be pretty dope addition as a 2.0. And maybe make like and finally make the 2.0 version of Kazuo Shiro, Emiya. I think that would be also pretty dope as well. And also make a Figma of Rin Tosaka. Like Rin Tosaka with the long sleeves. I think that would be also a pretty dope addition as well. So yeah, I think that's about it for anime characters or anime series that I want as a Figma S.H.Figuarts. That's kind of like my wish list. So this is just kind of like the tip of the iceberg of what I want as action figures. There are plenty more, but I don't want to spend too much time in it because I already feel like this is about to be like a 15-minute video. So anyway, if you guys enjoy this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the bell for more notifications of whenever I drop a new video. And oh, also before I forget, make sure you name your top 5 or your top 10 anime and manga series that you would love to see as a figure line. It doesn't have to be a top 10, it could just be something like out the dome or whatever. So yeah, make sure you comment on it, and let's get some engaging going on in the comment section. I'm really looking forward to you guys' thoughts on what my wish list is, and I'll be sure to engage with you guys of what you guys have in your wish list. So that's about it. So this has been Zenny once again. Hope you guys have a great and safe day, and I will be seeing you guys in the next one. Peace.